Hello world, good morning or good afternoon. It's 12:30 in the city of Cuenca. It's a holiday, Monday, November 4th. By law, the holidays in Ecuador are moved always to the closest day or the day closest to the weekend to make a long weekend for promoting tourism. And that's what's happened during this long holiday of November 3rd and November 2nd. November 3rd is the independence of Cuenca, and November 2nd is the Day of the Dead. Today, Monday, they extended that holiday, and I've been trying to work from home, and I had been lucky enough to not have outages. But guess what? Since this weekend, we're now having outages at home as well, which makes things complicated, difficult. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that and about other things that I think are necessary to mention, or that I think I want to mention honestly, because if you listen to them or not, that won't change anyone's lives, but it may help some people that are thinking about moving to Ecuador, or about they want to know how the situation is here. I live in the country area, and this is what it looks like. It's beautiful, it's peaceful, it's generally safe. Let's say, if you hear about theft cases or trespassing here, it's for cattle stealing, things like that. And it's not too much, because it's not that easy even for thieves. Communities are organized. I'm talking about the Cuenca area. There are other communities that are higher in the mountains, which is even more difficult, because the communities are even more organized and they can block the roads. The roads are actually less developed like this one, like, you know, it's a good road, but in other areas it's the roads and it's like the only way to get out, to get in, so it's easy to block. Well, I'm waiting for the bus, and meanwhile, too much talk, I just wanted to show you around and talk about the situation of the outages. During the holiday, the outages were reduced because there was some good rain in a part of the country where the main hydropower plant is, in the center north of Ecuador, and the hydropower plant is called Coca-Cola Sinclair. The river Coca was very well fed during last week because of some good rain, and actually the rain caused some issues in the road from Baños de Agua Santa to Puyo, that is between the Andes and the Amazon in the center of the country. So we don't know what may happen when we have some good rain in December, January. We have to be ready, because last year many roads in the country were blocked because of this. The outages were reduced because of that for the holiday, also because they extended the holiday, not only the normal thing that is now Monday, but they started the holiday earlier on Thursday, 31st, to reduce the energy consumption. That helped to reduce the energy consumption, that's true, but also we're having the situation of rain coming, rain not coming, which makes very uncertain what may happen. The government promised several times that they would reduce the outages, and they couldn't because the rain stopped. The forecasts didn't result as expected, which made the power generation less than what it was expected. That caused that they actually had to increase the hours of energy outage. Many people are very mad at the government. Of course, the government has some responsibility because they said they had a solution for this. I mean, they were expecting this. That's what the president, when he was a candidate, said in the debate, that we were going to have a really strong drought, and that would reduce the generation, the power generation, and that he would have a solution for 9 months later. It's been 12 months after that, almost 11 months, and no solution. Actually, we have more outages than ever in our recent history. Ecuador had outages nationwide in the 90s, in the early 90s, but in the thousands, well, yeah, we had some outages, not so long, but then after 2010 we didn't have outage at all because many hydropower plants were created. The thermal power stations were also like normally maintained, but then as we relied only on the hydropower generation, the thermal power stations were not maintained at all, and they are now out of use. At this moment, when I'm making this video in the area of Cuenca, several areas have 8 hours of outage. That's the situation where I live, here in the rural area, and that's divided into blocks. 4 hours during the night time from midnight to 4 a.m. and now from noon to 4 p.m. That makes 8 hours a day. Not anymore 14 hours, but we don't know if that may return back for the weekend, for next week, because we're on a holiday. So many places are not working at full capacity. There's less energy consumption in all of the country. The government says they will have more generation by mid-November to late November. There comes my bus. See you in a moment. The festivals were nice, as usual. I heard there was 97% of hotel occupancy, so it was a good season. I didn't really attend the festivities, concerts, but I walked, of course. During the day, I attended different tourist places, and it was nice. The fairs of the artisans from all over the country, as usual, very nice. Many people, so I'm glad because it was a good season for many places that had been suffering, restaurants, tour operators. I'm well glad to see that we were full with people from all over the country, and I saw many foreigners as well. Maybe not as many as in other festivities of Cuenca in the past, but it's something, and hopefully next year it will be better with a better situation. Okay, so I was making this video to talk about the situation that may be coming. In the news it was reported that the banks, the credit unions had hit a record for people not paying their interests, their credits, their loans, and yep, that's a very severe situation because that could lead to another type of crisis.
Restaurantes y hoteles que se mantenían con créditos del sistema financiero están entre los clientes con altos índices de morosidad en bancos y cooperativas tras el primer mes de apagones. Según la Superintendencia de Economía Popular y Solidaria, las 402 cooperativas dejaron de percibir $1,800 millones porque sus clientes no cumplieron con los pagos. La morosidad alcanzó el 9%, un índice superior al registrado en pandemia.
For the moment, we are finishing the festivities, the holidays. We'll see in perhaps 1 month the result of this, but for the moment I could tell, yeah, there's less consumption. It was good for the city, the holiday. I don't know in other places. Well, I heard Salinas, Montañita, beaches that many people from Guayaquil go to in the holidays were also full. Good, but what after this? We have the Black Friday season and then Christmas, where people buy the most. We'll see. I'll let you know how it goes. But certainly the outages have affected a lot the consumption economy is not in a good shape. And before the holidays, we started seeing on the news the reports of that situation. It's hot, but it's been raining a little bit, which has helped the rivers, the dam. It has been turned off like for 2 days. They turned it on a little bit, but they have been trying the Mazar one, the one where the rivers of Cuenca go to. It has been accumulating in the dam water because we also have an international summit for Ibero-American presidents in 2 weeks. So the city, the country, has to be in perfect shape because we will have presidents from different parts of Latin America, representative of their government, and we have to show a good face. So I'm assuming we are saving energy for that. And see, this is the Yanuncay River. It's not in the best shape, but it's not in the worst either. You will have a lot of street dogs, as you wonder. Here, this is a public area, and we have a doggy walking around. And it's a bad thing here. If you're not used to watch street dogs, there are many. Perhaps not as many as in other cities of Latin America, including, let's say, Guayaquil, but it's bad. But there are institutions here helping that situation to improve, and if you would like me to report on that, let me know and I will send a message to go record shelters. Anyway, so about the future, we don't know. It's been a good holiday. I don't know if the next holiday season will be as good. We don't have Thanksgiving here. We're now having Black Friday, but that's to sell more for the stores. And I can't really tell that it's like very good discounts as in the US. And then we have Christmas, which is the best season for retailers. And then New Year's Eve. And as long as we have good health, we'll be good. But in general terms, the economy is not in good health. You can feel the environment. And I am concerned, very concerned, especially after seeing that the banks and credit unions had hit record on debts not being paid. But we can talk about that in another video. Now I came downtown, or I came to the urban area, because I need electricity. 4 hours today is a lot after my long holiday weekend without electricity. There are ways to sort it out, like buying UPS, power banks that work only for the router to keep internet going, because if you have that, you could still have internet, work on the laptop, and that works well, maybe for 4 hours, 5 hours. So I was too confident on keeping electricity in my area, but that ended this weekend. So I'll have to buy one of those to be able to work from home when needed and have internet, because time is money and I need to keep answering my messages, keep working. That's what I have to do. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate that you are here, that you are using your valuable time watching the video, and let me know in the comments what you would like to see, what you would like to know about the situation, or what you would like to see about the streets, and we'll meet in that next video talking about this situation. Thank you again, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.